The grizzly bear, the apex predator of its realm, a creature whose every step commands respect across the wilderness. Each swing of its massive claws, each breath drawn through the cold air, is proof of power shaped by thousands of years of evolution. Yet its dominance is not only built on strength, but on strategy, where every choice for survival balances instinct and the unforgiving land. In this kingdom of silence, where even the stillness feels fierce, is there any creature bold enough to challenge the ruler of the wild? Among the bear family, the grizzly stands as the defining symbol of North America, thriving across Alaska, Canada, and the vast Rocky Mountains. Unlike the smaller black bear or the coastal brown bear, the grizzly possesses a massive frame, a prominent shoulder hump, and claws reaching up to 4 inches long, perfect tools for digging, hunting, and defense. Its average weight ranges from 600 to 900 pounds, though mature males near the coast can exceed 1,200 pounds. Driven by endurance, remarkable memory, and unmatched resilience, the grizzly bear adapts effortlessly, from dense forests to frozen tundra. What truly sets it apart is not only raw power, but its ecological role as a keystone species that helps maintain the balance of the wilderness it reigns over. As summer settles over the taiga forests, migrating herds of deer become a true test of survival for the grizzly bear. Despite its heavy build, the grizzly can unleash astonishing bursts of speed, reaching nearly 35 miles per hour over short distances. That makes it a sudden and formidable hunter, capable of closing the gap before its prey even senses danger. But its hunting strategy goes beyond sheer power. The grizzly studies the wind, approaches from downwind to mask its scent, and waits patiently near the paths deer use most often. When the moment comes, its charge is a perfect fusion of mass, momentum, and precision, a chase that ends within seconds. Yet speed is not always its weapon of choice. The grizzly knows when to conserve energy, often targeting the weak, the old, or the young. Through this selective instinct, it helps maintain the health of deer populations, a natural balance between predator and prey. The moose, the giant of North America's wetlands, is one of the most powerful creatures in the cold wilderness. Weighing over 1,500 pounds, with antlers spanning more than 6 feet, it can topple small trees and stand its ground against most predators. Though solitary and slow-moving, a moose can unleash astonishing strength when threatened. But in nature's food chain, balance is never permanent. The arrival of the grizzly bear shifts that fragile order. It doesn't rush in recklessly. It calculates every move with deliberate precision. Using the terrain around lakes and riverbanks, the grizzly drives its prey into shallow waters, a place where the moose struggles to keep balance. In that slick, uneven ground, the bear's muscular power becomes unstoppable, turning the landscape itself into an ally. After long, tense chases through the misty marshes, the grizzly reveals another defining trait: relentless patience. It watches from a distance, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The old or the young, those who falter even for a second, rarely escape its reach. What truly sets the grizzly apart is not only strength, but an uncanny ability to read the moment, a strategist of the wild, mastering both instinct and intelligence in every hunt. Deep within the pine forests, the grizzly bear doesn't just confront prey, it often faces others of its own kind. Each adult male guards a vast territory, stretching for dozens of square miles, an area rich with food, mates, and the prestige of survival. In the grizzly's world, dominance means legacy, and every intruder is a challenge that cannot be ignored. The standoff begins as two massive silhouettes emerge into an open clearing. It's no longer just a contest of strength, but a test of will and intelligence. They circle each other in silence, every turn etching marks of authority into the ground. The deep roars echoing through the valley are more than warnings. They are declarations of ownership. The stronger bear asserts control through confidence and experience, while the rival gradually retreats before that unyielding gaze. The goal is not destruction, but order. When the dust settles, the victor claims the territory and reaffirms its dominance, a living emblem of endurance and power in the wild. In lower forests, grizzlies and black bears sometimes share the same range, a coexistence balanced on a fragile edge. The black bear is agile and skilled at climbing, while the grizzly represents raw strength and determination. When both seek the same food source, advantage almost always belongs to the grizzly. It rarely needs direct confrontation. A single step forward, a steady look, or even the faint trace of its scent is often enough to make the smaller bear withdraw. From an ecological view, these rivalries are part of nature's balance, dividing resources, preventing chaos, and keeping harmony between species. Through that equilibrium, the grizzly stands not only as a ruler, but as a vital force shaping the rhythm of North America's wilderness. The gray wolf, a symbol of unity and strategy. A pack can number up to 10 members, moving like a perfectly tuned hunting machine. They communicate through howls, glances, and subtle gestures, turning every hunt into a display of coordination and precision. Their strength lies not in the individual, but in the power of the pack. Yet when the grizzly bear appears, that order is challenged. The lone giant steps forward, muscles rippling beneath its thick fur. It It doesn't need to hunt, only to reclaim what the wolves have taken. Both species understand the forest's law. Whoever controls the food controls survival itself. At times, the wolves surround their massive rival, testing its patience and resolve. The grizzly stands firm at the center, amber eyes filled with calculation. Growls answer howls. The wind sweeps through tall grass, carrying the scent of a battle that needs no violence. When the bear advances, the ground trembles, and the wolves retreat just far enough to stay safe. Sometimes the grizzly takes a share of the meal and walks away, not out of fear, but out of understanding that nature always restores balance. In these encounters, there are no true victors, only mutual respect. A silent law between two apex species, coexisting in the fierce yet balanced symphony of Yellowstone's wild heart. From midsummer to early fall, as hibernation draws near, Alaska's rivers come alive with the salmon run. This is when the grizzly enters hyperphagia, a state of near-constant feeding, consuming for hours each day to build fat reserves for the long winter ahead. At the height of the run, grizzlies take position along the waterfalls, where salmon must leap upstream against the current. With a single precise swing of its paw, a flash of silver lands firmly in its grasp. The rhythm repeats, each movement as deliberate and graceful as an ancient ritual passed through generations. As the season wanes and the current slows, the salmon weaken after spawning and drift toward calmer waters. The grizzly follows downstream, taking advantage of every last opportunity for nourishment, a strategy of patience and efficiency. At this stage, a bear may consume dozens of fish a day, turning every ounce of fat into the armor that will sustain it through winter's silence. Yet this scene is more than a feast of instinct. It is a living cycle. Nutrients from the salmon follow the grizzly's tracks into the forest, enriching the very soil that feeds the land. And when the rivers quiet and autumn leaves begin to fall, the bear departs from the water's edge, carrying within it the strength to face the long sleep of winter. Across the golden summer plains, herds of elk move in loose formations, and the grizzly begins its silent pursuit. Each elk, weighing around 700 pounds, is powerful and alert, demanding both patience and precision from its pursuer. The grizzly's strategy often relies on terrain. It drives its prey toward difficult ground, using rivers and lakes as natural traps. When the elk is cornered near the water's edge, the chase ignites in a burst of motion. In the shallows, the bear uses its immense momentum, holding firm against the current and overpowering the prey with swift control. A single adult elk can provide more than 100,000 calories, enough to sustain the bear's energy for days. High in the mountain valleys, another elk is forced down toward a narrow stream. It struggles to escape, but the grizzly, the apex hunter of this land, remains relentless. The fight stretches on, each moment a test of will and endurance. The elk resists with every ounce of strength left, yet the bear's persistence prevails. As the water settles and the echoes fade, only the wind and the sound of heavy breathing linger, a reminder of nature's raw struggle and unending rhythm. Every hunt tells a story of balance and survival, where instinct, landscape, and strength merge as one. When the plains fall silent again, only faint footprints remain in the grass, marking the eternal heartbeat of the wild. From the icy glaciers of Alaska to the golden plains of Yellowstone, the grizzly bear remains a living symbol of strength, intelligence, and endurance. Every hunt, every step it takes, echoes the eternal rhythm of nature, a world where every creature plays a part in the endless story of survival. Amid this wild landscape, the grizzly's dominance stands not only as a show of power, but as a reminder of the delicate balance between humanity and the natural world. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to follow more breathtaking stories from the untamed heart of our planet.